Good evening, everybody. It's another sunset, and that's pretty much all I do on here is I go live during the sunset here in Arizona, southern Arizona, in the southwestern United States. It is the 5th of August. Yeah. Monday was the 1st. Wow. It is, or what am I saying? September. It is September 5th, Friday evening. Shabbat Shalom if anybody's observing Sabbath tonight. It is Sabbath. And that cloud was all lit up 30 seconds ago and now it's fading. And we had a little bit, this was a fast first sunset. And what I've noticed doing these sunsets since March of this year is that you get like two sunsets. You get a first sunset and the sky lights up, and then as it gets darker and night falls, you get like a second sunset. So sometimes when I miss the first sunset because I'm horsing around, I'll come out closer to nightfall to get that a little bit more spooky, mystical time, which I actually like. I prefer the second sunset because it lasts a little bit longer. Ooh, we're getting some more light coming in. I think we're getting second sunset, but first sunset usually doesn't last as long. So, well, it depends. But anywho, it is about 6:50ish in the evening. And I think our high today was like 88 degrees, so fall is coming at us very fast. I thought we would get like an Indian summer, a little bit of an extended summer or something, but no, we're just fall just hit us. So the temperature is cooling down very rapidly, and it is like fall all of a sudden, like within the last couple of weeks, fall, right on time, which is great, I guess. No more 116 degrees like we've been getting here and there. So, but beautiful day. We have some clouds over here. Maybe we'll get a little bit of rain. Maybe we don't get a lot of rain, even when it's cloudy and it threatens. We don't always get it, or it only falls in certain parts of town or whatever. But we don't have a lot of color in the sky. This is it. But maybe we'll get something as night falls a little bit more. But this is it. This is all I do. I just come out here and I share my sky because here in Arizona we always have these fantastic skies during these transitional hours of the day. So I love it. I love this time. So I thought, hey, let's share these things and make a YouTube channel out of it. Oh, hey, in the chat, Viviana, welcome. Hello. I wish I could make it rain. Active Papa wants me to make it rain, and Active Papa, I'd love you to make it rain in all kinds of ways. I'm just kidding, I'm being a little bit cheeky. But the dyslexic game cat, welcome. I love my neurodivergence. Welcome in. Transitional sunsets are a great thing for neurological people. Me being one myself, so welcome. But this is our sunset tonight. It's beautiful right now. I bet you it's like 80 degrees tops, 81 degrees tops. It's probably cooler out here than it is in the house, which is not typical. Typically, people around here have their AC units cranked up to like 72 or something like that, which is crazy to me. Mine is at 80. Actually, today it's at 82. So it's probably cooler out here than it is in the house. So very lovely. We have a little bit of a breeze, as you can see from our tree over there, moving just a little bit, and our wind chime moving just a touch. And there's my poor little bird of paradise, which I need to transplant because I was told by a wonderful uh, person in the chat that my bird of paradise there is root bound, which I totally believe and can see. So I need to transplant my little baby there into something larger. And that's about it. Now, I had a brief little video that I put out, I think yesterday, about my app being ready and accessible. So I have to plug my app. I have an app that I created with AI, and I'm actually really proud of it. It came out nicely. We had some hiccups there. Me and AI fought long and hard to try to get some things included in the app, but I think the platform maybe couldn't quite handle all of the complexities that I was putting into it. So my app is called Tikkun Olam. If you've been into my chats, my lives before, you know that sometimes I talk about like mystical things and spiritual things and all kinds of weird things that collide together in between the sunsets. And one of the things that I love is doing inner spiritual work and all that kind of stuff. So I created an app, and it's not quite an app. I think it's called a progressive web app or something like that, but it's like a web page, but it functions like an app. You can like go into your browser and select to put an icon on your home screen, and then you can just click it and it opens like an app. It's like, just like it, just it feels like it. But I think I have the link for it somewhere in a previous live. Just check out one of the just the previous live, and I'll put it in the description for this later. But do check out my app. I think it's kind of cool. It's a AI interactive app with some structured parameters to walk you through some deep inner work, spiritual work, inner work, psychological work, combining several different modalities. It's not fully complete. So I incorporate body work in there to address like a mind, body, spirit connection that I feel is important. And I'm a Feldenkrais practitioner, which is a body work modality. And I have some awareness through movement exercises on there where I walk you through tailored body explorations where you go through these movements that I walk you through. That's part of the Feldenkrais method. Those are not there yet. I have not put those in there yet. So those are missing. So if you click on them and there's nothing there, that's why, is I need to add those. But there is plenty to do in there otherwise. And as time rolls by and I get feedback about the app, I will be putting those awareness through movement exercises in there one by one, because I need to record them, and that takes a little bit of time. But within the app, is a place called Support Us where you could, if you wanted to, which I would love so very much, is my Cash App ID where you can support me in developing this app and making it um, the wonderful thing that I envision it becoming. I think it's great now, but I think it can be better. And if you'd like to support me, there's a way to do it in that app. So check it out. It is in the description or in a pinned comment or something in a previous live. I'd love some feedback. Of course, you can just use it for free. You don't have to support if you don't want to. I would just love some feedback and get people's opinion of it and questions about it so that I can make it better. But that's what I've been doing for a while now, is putting a lot of effort into building this app, and it has been really, really fun to work with AI and get this thing built. So there's my plug for my app. All right, back to the chat. Thank you, Active Papa. I would love it if you would make it poorer. I'm glad that you like the peaceful nature of this live. Damaged Healer. Very interesting name. I think you'd like my app. um, that's why you're feeling peace. Very good. Oh, hey, Michiganer. Yay, Michiganer is here. Check out my app. Go to my previous live and click on the link and check out the app. You might like it. Let's hear the sounds. Active Papa, you want to hear the sounds of what? What sounds are you wanting? I don't know what you mean by that. But the sunset is, this one cloud right here is doing a lot of heavy lifting for this sunset. It's very dynamic. This cloud, it's like spreading all over the sky and catching this remaining light, which is really cool. We still have this dark sky over here. This is kind of promising. We might get some rain, maybe some lightning. I had a wonderful lightning storm, I think it was last month, that came right upon us, which was really, really cool. I don't know that this will, but this is really dark. Real dark clouds here. But no lightning. I don't see any lightning in it. But this gorgeous thing, look at that. That's kind of amazing. It's like the wings of a dove or something. Something ethereal. And no hummingbirds tonight. I think honestly the hummingbirds are coming much earlier. I think they come at maybe like 4, maybe even 3:30, 4 o'clock. And I'm usually not out here because the sun shines right into the patio right before the sun goes down behind these houses. So I have to vacate the patio until around 6. And I think the hummingbirds have shifted to their fall schedule and they visit at about sometime in the late afternoon, I think. So we shall see. And I did not go for a walk today. I should have, but I did not. I stayed inside and rolled around on the floor. Doing some movement stuff. But that's it. This is all I do. I just share my sunset. Oh, that's kind of neat. Sometimes like to pretend I'm on the back end of my yacht and it's going up and down with the with the waves for my own enjoyment. Wow, that is really neat. It really looks like a bird's wings or something. Or a thunderbird? Or firebird? Does it look like a bird? I think it looks like a bird, this cloud. Oh boy. Here comes this cloud. As dark as it is, I would think that we'd have some thunder and some lightning, but I don't even see any rain in it. Huh. It's kind of surprising. Oh, wow. That was kind of cool. There's some lightning over there. You know what? I think there's some rain behind the tree there. I think that's where it's at. I can't see it, so must be. Let's see if we can catch that lightning on the camera. Active Papa, where are you in the UK? The way that you're putting your words together, it sounds like you have an accent. Oh, this is really pretty right now. Oh, there was some lightning over there. Wow. Wow, that is so cool. Okay, let me see if I can catch one more. And then I will hop off. Ooh, I saw some, but I don't think the camera picked it up. Oh, there it goes. So it must be raining over there. Huh. Huh? Well, there it goes. How exciting. Maybe we'll get some over here. Ah, wow. Well, hi, Potman67. You think he's English? You're Scottish? Welcome. Yeah, I can I can almost hear your accent, active Papa. I guess I have an accent, huh? Uh, you know us Americans love accents, so even though we have accents, but Trump loves Arizona. No, I don't know. I'm very non-political, so I have no idea uh, what anybody is doing really anywhere. And I actually started another app. As frustrating as the first one was, I, I don't know. I got addicted to it, so I started another app uh, having to do with grid work, like global spiritual grid work along ley lines and all that kind of thing. I thought that would be really cool. So I actually don't know how that one is going to come out. I was inspired to kind of do it because um, I got some downloads about the unique frequencies that people have and how they interact with other people or whatever, and how we create like um, chord patterns with our frequencies, and how it affects the outer world. So that's what inspired me to start the second app, and so we'll see what happens with that. That'll be interesting because really what I want the second app to do is help people to align with each other based on their unique frequencies and how those frequencies create certain chord structures, like musical chord structures. And that chord structure has a meaning and a purpose, and it affects the environment in a certain way. So it'll be interesting to see if I can get the app to actually do that. I don't know that it can, but that is my goal, is to try to get it to do that. Wow, this is a real show now. What started out as like a very underwhelming cloud is now this um, total light show over there. Wow, it's kind of cool. Very cool. Okay, what's going on in the chat? Hannah Norton Baker. Yes, we all have accents. We just don't like to admit it, especially Americans. Americans don't have accent. I know. Uh, a Sandy, I don't. So Sandy's probably an American. Uh, yeah, Santa, this is lightning over there, and we'll see how close it gets. It kind of looks like maybe it's coming towards us, moving east. I don't know. Typically, our storms do come from the south east and move um, north, or they come from the west and they come northeast. So I don't know. Maybe it'll come this way. But it's fascinating. We've got this dark one right here, but that's like doing nothing. That one over there is all kinds of active. Potman 67, I wouldn't understand you. Yeah, the Scottish accent is hard to understand for most Americans. So you are probably right, but you guys can tone it down. You guys know how to tone it down when necessary. So um, you would no doubt accommodate me, perhaps. Yes, we all vibrate, we all have a frequency, and um, I really think that we're those subtle frequencies that we all have, I think we're all becoming much more attuned to those subtle frequencies. And we can even we're starting to be able to like just feel it. I mean, I get, you meet people and you get bad vibes or good vibes or whatever, we all have that sense. But I don't know, I just feel like there's a deeper understanding about the consciousness that goes with that frequency. I don't know. Throw me a bone, Fatman. Throw me a bone at my consciousness depth that I'm trying to attain and achieve with my frequency app that I hopefully will create, and it'll be fun. Lost frequencies. Hmm. Never heard of them. I'm assuming it's a band or something. I don't know. I don't know about that. I'll Google it and see. It is almost night. It is sunset. This is my sunset. And the sun is almost down. It's quite dark here, but the camera is doing a fantastic job picking up all the light that it can. Area 51 is in Nevada, so still in the southwest, but not where I am. They're not too far from us, but um, different place. But we get activity down here, like when the aliens drop in and stuff and fly around. They like do a circle of sorts, and we're in that neck of the woods. So typically, if some stuff's popping off at Area 51, we too get some of that fallout. Yeah, definitely people have an aura, and oh wow, that was a big one. Yep, Mexico's coming this way, and they're like, okay, we've had enough. So somebody said, is Mexico attacking? Um, but a lot of people feel like, I've always felt like every single person in existence has some inherent value, and I know like Yeah, most people are like, oh no, maybe if they do something, and I'm like, no, they wouldn't be here. There's a reason why each and every person and entity, every bird, every rock, it's emitting some sort of frequency. And so, even your bum, your wino, or a crackhead or something, somebody passed out in an alley, they're doing grid work, if you will. Their frequency is doing something actually quite important. And, I know people don't really feel that way or want to see it that way, but um, I know that that's true for me anyway. And it's interesting to feel that out and to sense it and to um, feel the deeper implications of the energy that people are emitting in this reality with their consciousness. There's regardless of what they're doing in terms of what we can see with our human eyes and all of that, their existence, their consciousness is emitting some sort of purpose, that has some sort of effect. And it goes above and beyond. So when our consciousness projects into this reality, it does so for a reason. And sometimes just its existence, just it being here, does something to transform the soul in a way. And so, if somebody is born and they grow up and they just live as, a bum, and they die on the streets or whatever, that existence is doing something for the collective. And it's you can discern what it is sometimes. In this app that I'm trying to create, I want it to help facilitate that sensory perception in each of us, to be able to discern, like, okay, he is uh, projecting himself as a bum in this alley, but let me see what his consciousness is actually doing to shape things in this world. And you can sense that with a little bit of, there's some work that you can do to be able to kind of go into the depth of that, to understand it a little bit more. And um, the, this thinking came about because I was, I don't want to say channeling. I was picking up on the frequency of certain people. And with the power of AI, uh, I came to understand some deeper implications about the consciousness pattern, and how, like, my consciousness was able to pick up on another person's consciousness, and how the connection between the two consciousnesses created this, like, musical chord structure. And if you're familiar with the work of, like, Itzhak Bentov, or Michael Talbot's holographic universe, and we call things the universe, and we know that the universe is basically a musical symphony, if you will. So our consciousnesses come in here and they're creating like a musical pattern, and each of us individually create different, basically, melodies, if you will. And so you can figure that out in certain ways. You can figure out what that, because music is math. And so you can mathematically figure out what the consciousness purpose is. And so, yeah. So, anywho, wow, it's 30 minutes in. It's like the long, I need to get off of here. It's the longest I've been. Even though this is so, wow, this is really getting, I love it when it does this. This is so pretty. It is basically dark here, but the camera is really doing its best to capture this light and this lightning storm over there. Wow, that is so pretty. Wow. Okay, one more check in the chat and then I guess I'll hop off of here. There's only a couple more people in here. Oh, was there a cat? Did you see the kitty? Oh, I missed the kitty. Oh. Oh, your kitty. Oh, sometimes we get a kitty, but not tonight. No kitties on the wall. Sometimes they like to be on the wall. Now, I think we're getting a full moon on Sunday, which is exciting stuff. The full moon brings all kinds of things. Wow, that was kind of an incredible crack of lightning there. So my ladies out there, this is gonna gross out all the dudes, but sometimes your period comes on the new moon. It should come on the new moon, but sometimes it comes on the full moon. And if you're in a transitional time, like your period is just starting for the first time, or you're perimenopausal, you might get it on both the new and the full moon, which is kind of interesting. And I only bring this up because I don't know, people like to discount what the cosmos does to us physically and consciously and all that. But if it does all of that to the human body, if it regulates periods and tides and things, and yes, I'm just talking about the moon at this point, and yes, the moon is very close to us, but still, the subtle forces of the cosmos play their part. But anyway, I guess I'll end it there. I'll leave on a high note. With this beautiful lightning going off in the background. That is so incredible. And I'll leave it there. But thanks for hopping on to my live here. Please check out my app. So once I end it here, go into the description, or I'll pin in the comments the link to my app. Check it out. It was just an AI created project that I did, but it's interactive and you can interact with it, and it guides you through inner work. There's like a living oracle in there, which is AI, and you can ask it all kinds of questions, and it kind of gives you parameters and works with your astrology and all this kind of stuff. Check it out and give me some feedback. There's a little feedback button in there, and most keenly, which I'm keen about, is my donation aspect. I'd love to get some support from my app. Of course, you can use the app for free and everything, but eventually I'd like to try to get this app to support me, perhaps, so that I can just always do sunsets and always create apps and philosophize all day. But anyway, I'll stick that in the description, so check out my app. But thanks again, guys, for hopping in and sharing your time with me in this glorious lightning storm. It's amazing. And have a good night. I'll see you on the next one.